What it do? Hope y'all doing good today. You know what I'm saying? Today's a blessed day. Today is a great day. And I've been wanting to react to this video for a little moment. Actually, I didn't even want to react to it originally. I kind of wanted to watch it by myself, but I said, hey, why don't we see what's going on together here today? So we got why BMW M cars are crashing out in NYC. I recently went to New York and I didn't see anything crazy, honestly. I didn't really see too much, you know what I'm saying, swimming activities as people call it these days, but let's get straight into this video. Let's see why these BMWs, not even BMWs, why are these cars are crashing and macking their whips in the NYC. So shout out 337 Speed for this video here today, but let's get straight into it. Featuring
People are
Sean,
crashing and totaling out cars left and right.
Yeah.
Like, it's
G80,
ridiculous
GT,
how many people crash doing
M340,
this,
another
and
G80.
it's really not shared that much because nobody's gonna post their else. That's pretty much what it is.
If you guys don't know who this is actually a pretty famous guy. He be in NYC cutting up and stuff. He's part of the guys that have built a big brand off, you know what I'm saying, swimming as they call it.
Take a performance car capable of 200 miles per hour, an impressionable mind that isn't fully developed, and 1,673 miles of combined freeways across New York. Well, then you have the recipe for the most dangerous trend to ever hit the roadways, where the goal isn't to be the first across the line, it's to survive.
New York City is actually a GTA lobby. This stuff is. Did y'all see that car sideways?
It's to survive.
Nah! Bro, how did this happen? What is going on here? That's crazy.
This is swimming.
Imagine calling your family or like someone to come help you out and just telling them your whip is just sideways. Your car is just flipped sideways. You're against the window just chilling like this. Like, that's insane. This looks very fun though. Of course, this is not encouraged. You know what I'm saying? We don't encourage this type of activity here. You know, safe driving is important. You know, this is all GTA 5 content.
Nobody knows the ins and outs of this epidemic more than a man that shall not be named, better known as simply Sean.
If your goal is to buy a car, and one of the boxes you have to tick off is being
Fresh
good
M4.
at cutting up with it,
Yeah.
then honestly, just don't even buy that car.
Damn.
Reevaluate what you're doing. Like,
Damn.
what the fuck are you
This
doing?
is coming from a man that does this for a living, by the way.
When he's not rallying his BMW M2 or destroying Ford Crown Victorias for sport,
Damn.
he's showcasing the unscripted reality of what really happens on the New York freeways and city streets, posting videos that amass millions of views across multiple platforms, and showing what happens when things don't go exactly as planned.
Damn.
A quick glance at insurance auction websites in New York will show
Hey, this is the
myriad of
auction sites? Yo, if you're good with your hands, man, you know what I'm saying, especially with these German engineered vehicles, you can probably pick up a nice M4 for a very, like, this one's 39,000. That's low-key still a lot though, I think.
powerful performance
Nah, that's still a lot,
cars like the
honestly.
G8
38,000. I don't know if that's the
M3
price,
and
but
F82 M4, which are more at home at the green hail than on city streets, that have been totaled out due to collisions. Well, the epidemic of cutting up, or swimming, or just being a total jackass on congested, crumbling freeways has something to do with it. The purpose of this video isn't to glorify these antics, nor am I
of course not. We would never glorify these type of
high
antics.
ground to say what's right and wrong,
Oh
and
my
I would
goodness.
never do that. But the purpose of this video is to show what really happens when riding the fine white line between life and death is a viable way to make money online and even building a brand.
This white BMW is one of the cars involved. Take a look at all of the front end
Oh
damage.
my goodness,
and then look
dude.
further, you see all of the airbags deployed.
Welcome to the world of swimming.
Swimming, there you go.
I got the land moving sideways. GCP,
Hey.
I'll let him chase on the highway. Two-tone Audemars Piguet's an ice tray. I could pop out with 200 on the
Who made this up?
Didn't
Bro, what the heck? Where did you come from, bro?
come from one play.
Nah, that's actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. We got 3 BMWs in the scene, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Had to make the route. He doesn't care who gets hit. He's about to spray the crowd. 1,000 likes and no comments. He pays for clout. Put your mans in the sky and make him taste the
See, now this is the safest thing I've seen. There's no cars around. There's nothing really going on. They just drifting.
clouds. Highway right here. New farm about to burn it out. $65.
To swim is simple. It's threading the needle, weaving in and out of traffic, sometimes inches away from other cars, to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. The skill comes into play when you have a split second to determine which route to take through traffic.
Okay,
One
things
that
are
can
going
be
smooth. Things are going
successful, and
smooth.
one that can end up dead.
Damn, bro. Damn, you can't just hit your car. I feel like that's forbidden right there. Hit Mac and your homie's whip. You guys crashing into each other?
This has its origins on the roadways of inner city Tokyo, Japan.
Some Tokyo drift action.
The infamous racing team Midnight, which was founded in 1982, were a secret group of business professionals, doctors, lawyers, and also tuners that were the undisputed champions of high-speed exhibitions on the Shuto.
Yo, that's pretty dope, bro. Lawyers and doctors? You don't see no lawyers and doctors acting like that, bro. That's pretty cool.
Expressway in the greater Tokyo area of Japan. Their chairman, Echi Yoshida, and his turbo Porsche, called the Yoshida Special 930, would regularly break 300 kilometers an hour on public roads of Route B on the Shuto Expressway, known as the Wangan Line, which follows the western shore of the Tokyo Bay from Yokohama all the way to Urayasu.
Bro,
Yoshida's
I'm
personal
not gonna
goal with
lie.
his 930
That sounds fun, dude.
Turbo was to beat the German tuning house Roof and their Group C Turbo 911, better known as the Yellowbird, and its 347 kilometer an hour top speed.
Damn.
So the Yoshida Special 930's engine was bored out to displace 3.4 liters from 3.3 liters with Mali forged pistons and titanium connecting rods directly from the Weizsack Porsche Development Center
You gotta beef up those internals if you're going that quick, bro. Or else your car is just gonna blow up.
in Germany, and a huge K33 turbo which produced over 600 horsepower, more than double the factory output. Where it failed in top speed against the Yellowbird, it would be victorious in grabbing the hearts and minds of Japanese youth, as Yoshida's 930 was the inspiration behind the Blackbird in the manga called Wangan Midnight, which would end up
really know what
selling
that
over
is.
17 million copies and
Maybe y'all know
adapted to a
17
popular
million is a
video
lot.
game series and TV show. So what does this have to do with the swimming epidemic? Well, it shows at least the idea of driving fast on public roads can make for great entertainment and can also
Straight
be
up.
profitable. No one knows more about this swimming trend than a man that shall not be named, simply known as Sean Sean. I was able to get him on a video call where he gave me the rundown of the swimming epidemic and how it has become a disease infecting the roadways across not just New York City, but the entire US.
Obviously, for some people, the goal is to have fun. I'd say us is to have fun. We're chilling. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'd say majority of the people doing it, it's a competition to see who's got a bigger cock. That's pretty much, I swear to God, that's what it is. You got people
That's
basing
crazy.
their whole personality on this. People's egos are insane, and that's where the danger comes in, because now it turns into
Yeah, because everyone's trying to one up each other. That's just how it's gonna be, I guess. Because you see one insane video, someone's gonna be trying to make another insane video.
like a competition, and it's like a race. It turns into a race.
Damn! Damn! Damn!
You won't realize how many crashes happen until you know people who are actively doing this, and you know what I mean? Like, it happens way more often than you think. People are crashing and totaling out cars left and right.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous how many people crash doing this, and it's really not shared that much. It's not, because nobody's gonna post their L's. That's pretty much what
Of course
it is.
not.
I've known people, they'll crash their car,
Damn.
they'll total their car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have such a high ego. They're you know, oh, they're valid driver, this and that, blah blah blah. They crash their car, they disappear, they disable their Instagram account. They're
Damn, it's like
gone.
you out
You
the
know,
game just like that? One crash and you're out?
it's like their whole persona. That's
Yeah.
them. Like, they cut up. That's what they do.
The way these deviants are created are very simple. First, get your hands on a great handling, stable at high speeds,
How a cheeseburger is created NYC. Nah, that's funny.
performance car. Some American and Japanese examples can fit this role, like a C6 Z06 or Shelby GT500 with a track package, R35 Nissan GTR, or A90 Supra. But what you really want is a car built for the Autobahn. A BMW motorsport variant like the M2 Coupe, the M3 sedan, the M4 Coupe, or the M5 sedan is the go-to.
Bro, me personally, bro, I love the M5, man. I don't know if y'all know about the M5, bro. Bro, it's my favorite car, bro. I'm trying to get this car for real, bro. This car is so fire. Just a side note, I just have to show some love for the M5.
Option. The cheaper 40i and 50i models with the B58 and N63 engines are also great picks, as they can be easily tuned to meet or exceed the M car's power at the detriment of braking and handling performance. Mercedes AMG models and Audi S and RS trims also fulfill this role pretty well, stable at high speeds, tunable, and great handling. Get a dash cam and record yourself doing the most devious cuts, white lines, and evasions while inbox is playing through the speakers, and upload and grow your wanted level to 6 stars, and you'll become a certified hood legend. And sell some merch while you're at it.
Certified hood legend. Y'all hearing this?
If you crash into a guardrail or a minivan, just delete your Instagram and every trace you ever existed. Get the insurance check, buy another Beamer, open a new Instagram, and repeat. Now let's be real, this is all sarcasm, but this is literally the logic of those that get into the realm of
cheeseburger, as they call it,
clout on social media. As this trend has grown, it has put an ever-increasing burden on the average citizen minding their business. According to
imagine you in New York, right? Let's paint a picture here together. You in New York, you know what I'm saying? You was working a 3 to 11, you know what I'm saying? 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., you know what I'm saying? You work in the evening shift, you know. Now you trying to go home, right? It's a long day, 8 hours later, you know, you worked hard, you got your money, you going home. Let's say you in like a Honda Accord, some casual, you know what I'm saying? Some casual. You on the freeway, you chilling, you minding your business. And all of a sudden you took a peek in your rear view mirror. You see you see these cars just going back and forth, like they're just swerving through the lanes. Next thing you know, you're trying to get out of the way. You don't know, you freak out. You're like, oh shoot, let me go. And then next thing you know, boom, you're dead. No, I'm just kidding. Your car gets crashed, and now you lost a car. Now he lost a car. You know what I'm saying? Now it's going to affect your life because you don't got a car, right? It's going to be difficult for you to maneuver back and forth to work. It's going to decrease. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people have a negative, feel about this, because it's a pretty negative thing going on, right?
New York City open data.
It looks cool though. When you see a video, it looks cool.
Just 5% of hit and run drivers who seriously hurt or fatally injure people on.
Hold on, 5% were caught? 95%. I guess New York has no chase laws, right?
The city streets were caught last year, meaning 95% of the suspects got away with the crime due to the use of obscured license plates that aren't traceable.
Okay.
New York also has the second highest annual cost of full coverage auto insurance in the entire nation, only second to Florida. And every time somebody macks on the freeway and insurance deems the vehicle a total loss and cuts a check, it increases the yearly premiums of everyone under the carrier, even if your driving record is squeaky clean with no accidents.
It's RNG. It's a random numbers game. It's probability.
RNG.
You're gonna crash.
Now, why don't police just chase and arrest the offenders? Well, they simply can't catch them.
Fucker, man. Look at him. What an asshole.
Cheeseburger.
The NYPD employs many different styles of patrol vehicles, more commonly the Ford Explorer, the Chevy Tahoe, the Ford Taurus, and the fastest of the bunch, the Hemi-powered Dodge Chargers, capable of sustained speeds of 150 miles per hour. Even with its speed capabilities,
boy, you can't catch those M cars with 155 miles per hour. Them M cars are built different, dude. They're made to do things that, you know what I'm saying, cars, it shouldn't even look like it should be doing that, man. It's crazy.
They are often...
My friend has like a G80 M3 all-wheel drive, and that thing is insane, dude. That thing is just absolutely like... Bro, it feels like a supercar in there. It's insane.
Outmaneuvered since they are heavy, weighing in at roughly 4,570 pounds, around 1,000 pounds heavier than your ideal car to cut up with. The freeways are narrower and more densely populated than what you see in other parts of the US. Therefore, top speed is much less important and nimbleness is much more desired. If you compare the tactics of more heavy-handed police agencies like Georgia State Police, which has the highest fatality rate of chases in the country, you'll
Damn.
find NYPD terminates chases more often due to the risk to the public of continuing the chase outweighs the risk of the public if the suspect gets away. Georgia State Police doesn't follow those procedures, typically chasing
Oh
until the
my
suspect
god, dude. That dude is not alive, bro.
either wrecks out or is immobilized.
Bro, he's gone, bro.
Which leads to higher rates of injuries and fatalities in the name of protecting the public. Many in the swimming scene know NYPD have a more stringent pursuit policy. Therefore, they are more enticed to flee than take a simple speeding ticket that makes the roads much
Oh,
more
this guy gotta be going at least like, bro, 120 miles.
dangerous as a whole.
Everybody over here has BMWs. I don't think there's any real go-to car, any fast car that can handle. But
So not a Hellcat.
dude, bro, I can't even go to work without getting white lined by a fucking straight pipe shitbox, you know? So honestly, I guess you can do it in any car. I mean, it's not recommended.
I mean, yeah,
As
there's
of
no.
now, this trend doesn't
You
seem
can do
like
it in
it's
any car,
stopping
yeah.
anytime soon. And the only good that can come from this right now is that there's a lot of cheap rebuildable BMWs floating around on auction sites.
There you go.
But in all seriousness, don't be a cheeseburger.
Nah.
New farm about to burn it out. $65 each Pirelli about.
Hey man, shout out 337 Speed, man. How do y'all feel about this culture that we're in with the swimming, the cutting up, crashing the crashing the cars? You know, it's pretty insane, man. It's pretty insane to see these things. Like I said, that story I explained earlier. Imagine you're, you know what I'm saying, going to work and you just get like white lined by like a straight piped, you know what I'm saying, Civic, you know what I'm saying, now we crash into you. Like, you'd be pissed, man. You'd be pissed. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this video here today. You know what I'm saying? Grateful for y'all coming through. And hey, hope y'all doing good, man. Take care.